Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go. You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. Take an extra 30% off full tonal pieces, flowy dresses, and more from top designers. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance too. Only at Macy's VIP Sale. Ends tonight. This is is a meal. The melty ciabatta dippers, so delicious, they have you dipping in think meal. Wait. The fan favorite ciabatta dippers are back. It just feels good at Panera.
Dimmers, switches, landscape lighting, breaker panels, fans, surge protection, smoke detection. Call a Powell fan.
Call Powell Electric for our $79 pumpkin spice special.
Call Powell Electric. We'll fix it in a flash. How'd you get my number?
Call 1-800-STEAMER.
Fred's got a good voice. So, what happened here?
We'd rather not say. Thank you, Steamer. He's good.
When clean enough is not enough.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Family Steamer gets your home cleaner.
You know what makes my firm different? We focus on you. We focus on telling your story, how this accident has impacted your life, your family, and your future. And when we tell your story to the insurance companies, we tell a story that demands action. When you're more than just a case number, that's when real results happen. Results like over $1 billion recovered for our clients and a 98% winning record. At Sweet James, we deliver results that matter because your story is our priority. So if you or a loved one have been hurt in an accident, call now for a free consultation.
You're invited to the ultimate Vegas New Year's party. Jennifer Lopez, up all night, live in Las Vegas at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace. Bring in the best year of your life with a brand new Jennifer Lopez Vegas residency, December 30th to January 3rd, plus select dates in March at the iconic Caesar's Palace. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Jennifer Lopez live in Las Vegas.
Dimmers, switches, landscape lighting, breaker panels, fans, surge protection, smoke detection. Call a Powell fan.
Call Powell Electric for our $79 pumpkin spice special.
Call Powell Electric. We'll fix it in a flash.
Welcome back to the inbox. Melissa Kuhn from Ontario, Canada. Huge, longtime fans of Tampa Bay from Canada. Love hearing your 2-minute talk about the Bucks, Mark, especially when they win. The season so far we've been having mild heart attacks watching the games. Yes, I know. You're talking about Baker's on point baking. Go Bucks.
I'm going to get you a Baker's hat. That's
Baker's
very
hat.
cute, yes. Marion Zwicker from Halifax, Nova Scotia says, hey, Mark, your show has a large Canadian fan base. So, love you, Canada. So why not give credit during your sports update to the one MLB team that we have, the Toronto Blue Jays, are ahead in their series with New York. Yankees 2-0. Total runs 23-8. Just saying. I'm assuming that Marion is yelling here.
Well,
But
that's
she thinks that's yelling for a Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah, because that's
You're right.
the
You're right.
exclamation point.
Congratulations, Blue Jays. One more to go. One more to go. Huh? Unless the Yankees could turn it around. Yeah.
Karen from Toronto says,
Oh my God.
nah, Mark. I couldn't wait to watch this morning to hear you talk about how the Jays destroyed the Yankees this weekend. We needed more of this and less Buccaneers chat.
Ooh. Now, come on now. Hey, we found this picture from Wanda Jones in Plano, Texas. 6'7". 6'7". There we go.
I still don't get it.
Yeah, you
I
know.
still do not get it. Paul LaBelle from
Mom.
East Corinth, Vermont says, Kelly,
I don't
correct
know.
me if I'm wrong, but when Kelly said
I
you would
don't
take
know.
the 8-track out and flip them over, I think you're thinking of cassette tapes. 8 tracks were bigger.
All I know is
and
that
went
it's
one
young
way and nothing
people
else.
stuff.
But they self-flipped, like something in the middle of the 8-track running out. It would flip, something stopped, and then it started.
Yeah, went back the other way.
Right. Yeah, I know there are 8 tracks, but in the middle of the 8 tracks.
Crystal Ling from Federal Way, Washington. Good morning. I was at the game yesterday with my friend Barb, and we were wearing our pink for breast cancer awareness. It was a fun day. For the last 4 minutes. I hope you're happy, Mark.
Let's see what this is. Relics. I love it. Bradley Dietz from Bern, New York says, I still have an 8-track tape player. Don't forget to insert the matchbook to align the tape so it doesn't play 2 songs at once.
We'll be right back.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by. So, you're trying to find the one, but all you find are overpromisers that underdeliver. But you know what? Not anymore. Over 5.3 million women chose to aluminum free. And this is the one for me.
Mason Thames.
Josh Ross performs. We've got one. Do we have time for one more? Francis in Red Banks? Nope, we don't. Never mind, Francis in Red Bank. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow.
Almost.
We are Eyewitness News.
Southern California's news leader.
This is the Dental Implants GPS Smile. This is a GPS Smile. So is this. And this one too. That's what we do here at Dental Implants GPS. When you need a full mouth dental implant restoration, you want it done right, and right the first time. Our specialist MD doctors are called in to fix cases that unfortunately have failed from other providers. Dental
So
Implants GPS
maybe
is the
I
team
need to
that
make
over
more
300 local dentists and
clips.
20,000 patients trust.
Yeah,
Call now. This isn't another Medicare ad full of seniors doing yoga on a beach. It's about Eddie getting denied a life-saving surgery. About Santiago paying thousands out of pocket for his prescriptions. About Amani not getting the answers she needs. The reality is, health insurance is broken. As a non-profit health plan, Scan sees it, and we're fighting to change it. We put profits back where they belong, into better benefits and award-winning quality for our members. Experience $0 Medicare Advantage plan options designed for your needs, including benefits that cover prescription drugs, dental, vision, over-the-counter allowances, fitness, hearing, and so much more. Choose a Medicare Advantage plan that's been fighting for your health and independence since 1977. Call us today at 833-712-3895.
I'm Philip Palmer, live in the ABC 7 newsroom. The White House is responding after a judge blocked California troops from being deployed to Oregon. Plus, former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez now facing a felony charge after being stabbed in Indianapolis. And a new recall on corn dogs, what several customers say they found in the breading. Remember, when news breaks, you can find it on the ABC 7 Los Angeles app. Join us for Eyewitness News at 11.
Leather. What? I don't have leather?
Live bait. The White House slams SNL's season 51 premiere that trolled the Trump administration.
Here we go, and remember, Daddy's watching. Our army has never been gayer, and yet it's also never been fatter.
And was guest hosted by Bad Bunny.
I'm very excited to be doing the Super Bowl.
Could Democrats reel in more support if they follow the lead of comedians who are leaning into pop culture wars? Then, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo joins the table to talk about mounting a political comeback as a New York City mayoral candidate. How he plans to take on frontrunner Zoran Mondani and President Trump targeting the city. And if he's worried his past political and personal scandals will come back to haunt him at the polls. Plus, an all-new View Your Deal. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Annie Navarro, Sunny Hostin, and Alyssa Perry Griffin. Now let's get things started.
I need to find cows. And also,
leader of SNL, while targeting you-know-who and his administration with sketches that really were not that far off from reality. Take a look.
Thanks to failed liberal policies, our army has never been gayer, and yet it's also never been fatter. Make that make sense. Am I right?
I'm just here keeping my eye on SNL, making sure they don't do anything too mean about me. But they better be on their best behavior, otherwise they'll have to answer to my attack dog at the FCC, Brandon Carr. Remember, Daddy's watching. Guest host Bad Bunny used his monologue to talk about his upcoming Super Bowl game. Take a look.
I'm very excited to be here in the Super Bowl, and I know that people all around the world who love my music are also happy, especialmente todos los latinos. Las latinas en el mundo entero y aquí en los Estados Unidos, todas las personas que han trabajado para abrir puertas. If you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
Okay.
Comedy has always made political impacts, but can the comically challenged handle a mounting resistance like this?
God bless the comics, boy.
Yeah.
They can't stop us. They can't stop the comedy. Look what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. He's back in full force.
Yeah.
We're still here, even though we're not always funny here. We say other stuff.
You're always funny, Joy.
Well, we try our best. Well,
You know what, Sonny?
You're always funny too, Whoopi.
You know, one thing I thought of though, Christy Nome, the one who killed the dog.
Cricket.
She killed Cricket, yeah. Puppy. Who does that? Who shoots a puppy? Only her. Anyway, she's threatening to go to the Super Bowl when Bad Bunny is there and round up all these people that are illegal immigrants. Do you think that she would go if it was Garth Brooks or Eminem or Taylor Swift or any other white
Let me
person?
understand what you're saying, because she's going to go to the Super Bowl and round up. How's she going to know who's who?
Because the Supreme Court has given permission to question anyone who has a Spanish accent who has a dark skin.
Yeah. So here's
That's
the
why.
thing. Here's the thing. Everybody get a little cocoa butter, sit in the sun. That's the first thing. and this is the only time you can probably ever do this. Give yourself a Latin accent.
You know what? That's such a good idea.
And see if she can tell who's who.
During
Super Bowl ticket. I can't afford a Super Bowl ticket.
During the Nazi occupation, there was one country, I believe it was Denmark or Norway, one of those, where everybody put the Jewish star on.
Yes, yeah.
And they didn't know who was Jewish and who was not. But what he's saying is, yes.
Well, I love how the comedy was what started President Trump's run. If you guys remember at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, it was a joke that he couldn't quite take, and he
Obama.
No,
those
that
counts.
and here we are. But when we talk about how much comedy gets under the president's skin, it just makes me laugh a little because sometimes you read the paper these days and it's like they're writing The Onion, like how it's,
And then
the
it's
headlines, no, it's like really real. It's like you laugh and then you realize it's not funny and all of the things. But it's because, like, Trump once fell host a UFC fight for his 80th birthday. That literally sounds like he's writing an SNL sketch. Like, that's actually true, you guys.
It is true?
Yes.
The White House.
He wants
White
to do.
House.
Like, my dad had an 80th
Is he
birthday.
participating in it?
I don't know, but like, who for your 80th
How many
birthday?
more years is that? 2 more? He'll be
Well,
gone.
no, I think it's like next year.
He'll be impeached. He's going to resign,
But like,
something.
it's kind of like when you have the Teslas on the front lawn at the White House, you see the news headline, you're like,
Okay.
wait a second, like, he's actually funny.
No,
It's
I
Hasn't even
funny.
I have to tell you,
I
these past 6 months, and I think I'm not alone in this, I have sort of been using humor
as a coping mechanism. I'm watching more and more comedies than I ever have. I'm watching stand-up comedy, and it's sort of, as you've often said, both you and Whoopi, that humor is sort of like the last frontier. It's just the last frontier, and those are the people that are standing up for us. And you know, we need to protect the right not only to make jokes, but the right for us to laugh. The Supreme Court was very clear, right? The right for us to laugh. I was looking at the law about this, and in 1988, the Supreme Court in particular said that parodies of public figures, even those intending to cause emotional distress, are protected by the First and 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Remember, Putin
even the Supreme Court.
He fired the guy who made fun of him immediately. Putin. That's what they did.
I don't know if he did. Well, I was going to say, Bad Bunny makes me want to download Rosetta Stone and learn Spanish. I have to learn too. But I also think Bad Bunny managed to, in Spanish, make a more compelling counter message than the Democrats have been able to in English. And I don't mean that as a dig, but listen, sometimes don't look to politicians as your heroes or saviors when you don't like something that's happening in the country. Pop culture and culture has always been ahead of where political movements go. They say politics is downstream from culture. So as much as right now, like, we forget the government's even shut down right now. Like, if you're not somebody who's waiting on a paycheck, and it's so unfair that so many people are in that position. You need to be looking at people who are energizing people and who are giving a positive message, not just the resistance. And he did it beautifully.
Yes, he certainly did. And with that in mind, I want to draw your attention to something that happened in Chicago. When they went into one of the buildings in the projects, went through every apartment. They may have. Yeah. They brought out all the people. They said they were looking for gang members. No one can tell me if they were able to find anybody. But they put old people, sat them on the ground. They took little kids, put their hands in zip tie. Now this is not America, okay? We are now facing, and thank God for the law, man. I just want to say, these judges, I know it must be scary for them. Yeah. Because they're coming up against a big old wall of poop.
They're getting a lot of threats.
They're getting a lot of threats, but I will tell you something. The people appreciate what's happening because even judges who were appointed by you-know-who are saying this is not American. Yeah. This is not what we want to see. And I have to say, I tip my hat to all those judges. I tip my hat to those governors who are standing up, and it's scary for them too. And I beg every governor who recognizes this for what it is, get up and say, not in our state. Right. Not in our state. And I also want to point one more thing out. You know, there's a lot of these young people who are out and they're in the National Guard. They are following directions. Okay, this is their job. This is what they do for a living. Keep in mind, they may not want to be there. Okay. They may not want to be there. So I suggest, and I know they got these big guns. Do not be afraid of them. Don't jump at them. But just say, hey, I know you probably would rather be eating, pineapple on a beach somewhere. Find a way, or getting with your family, or any of that. But something that is not throwing them in the trash.
Don't take it out on them.
Don't take it out on them. I thank you. What a great.
I got you, girl.
Because what's being done to them is just as wrong as what's being done to us. We'll be right back. I'm the former governor and
Tomorrow, Jennifer Lopez is coming right here to share her view. And then this week, it's Aubrey Plaza.
Also, high-key, I want to fill this up a little. I think filling this up would be good.
Honey, your mouth and eyes are moving again. Yeah, let's go talk to your doctor. We learned the uncontrollable movements are called tardive dyskinesia, or TD, and were caused by Derek's mental health medications. Derek was prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily extended-release pill for adults. Austedo XR can significantly reduce TD movements, with some seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And he can stay on his mental health medications.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take it if you have foot problems, are taking reciprine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
If you see TD, ask about Austedo XR. Standard stuff shells, the water does slide. Stand up straighter than an old tread guy. Then hold your cheese, your hopes, your dreams, and your beans. Paso, del Paso.
Our brains are incredible, but memory can get complicated. That's why we created new Nariva Memory 3D. It supports your short-term, long-term, and working memory. Take it from me. An elephant never forgets. Remember Nariva.
COPD isn't pretty. From the struggle to breathe, to getting stopped in your tracks. But with Trelegy, I can finally move forward. With 3 medicines in one inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
So, you're trying to find the one, but all you find are overpromisers that underdeliver. But you know what? Not anymore. Over 5.3 million women chose aluminum free. And this is the one for me.
Cancer isn't me. It's something I treat. And the less time I spend treating my cancer, the better. This is me.
Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig is an immunotherapy that works with your immune system to help fight cancer. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis or lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems. If you had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation, Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby.
A chance to live longer. Treatment moves faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information.
But you can't touch me.
Did I? Okay, sorry in advance.
Resigning as governor of New York, a big scandal, Andrew Cuomo is back jumping into the political arena to take on frontrunner Zoran Mandani in the New York mayoral race. A race the White House is keeping a close eye on. Please welcome. I don't know why they're watching us. Please welcome Andrew Cuomo.
You entered the race earlier this.
Oh yeah.
Very hospitable here.
So, yes, welcome. So you entered the race earlier this year with every advantage. You did. You have experience, you have name ID, you have money. You had a very good record as governor. I'll just name some of the things he accomplished so that we can ask the question at the end. The $15 minimum wage, you did that, you made that happen. Paid family leave. Same-sex marriage. Rebuilt LaGuardia Airport. That was a mess. Thank you. And you opened the Second Avenue subway. That's a good list. And also you were there during the pandemic for all of us. I felt we at home were very vulnerable where you were. But you were defeated in the primary by a virtually unknown 33-year-old Democratic socialist and who had no experience doing any governing at all. Now you're running as an independent. Why aren't you doing better? He's beating you by double digits in recent polls.
Yeah, good question. And again, thank you for having me. In the primary, there were 9 candidates. It seemed like every day there was a new candidate got into the race. I did not run.
The tea was good. Have you tried it?
In the primary.
Yes.
He focused very well, frankly, on younger people, 20 to 30 years old. He was very good on social media. I had a social media operation that was not as good as his. And he really targeted them, and they really turned out to vote, which is a good thing, right? We've always wanted to get more turnout among younger people. Right. And that was the disproportionate vote in the primary, were those 20 to 30-year-olds. And they supported him. General is a totally different story. It's a bigger universe. It's more moderate Democrats. It's Republicans. It's independents. More people from the outer boroughs vote.
But I think they see, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think they see him as something new and fresh, and they seem you as the old school. And that has entered into the situation. I was talking to my son-in-law about it. It's like, oh, them again? You don't like that?
Yeah. You don't think I'm new and fresh?
Well, in this vein, so if current polling were to hold, and Adani would win, but if it were to hold as it is, he would be the first mayor in recent memory to win without a majority electing him in the electorate. Now, I'm hearing from a lot of people who are worried that a self-described democratic socialist would be running the economic capital of the world, New York City. So I have to ask you, why are you losing to a democratic socialist?
Yeah, because people don't understand. It is a very good question. And look, in the primary, there were 9 candidates. Nobody really understood who he was and what it means. Even today, it's confusing. He's a democratic socialist. I'm a Democrat. Well, what is the difference there? And it is night and day. What's really happening is there's a civil war within the Democratic Party going on. And the Democratic Party is looking for its identity. And there are 2 factions. You have the Democratic Socialists, and then you have the Democrats, right? I'm a Democrat. My father was a Democrat. Worked with Bill Clinton. He is a Democratic Socialist. He is not a Democrat, right? He called President Obama evil and a liar. He did not support Kamala Harris against Trump because she wasn't progressive enough. They have a very extreme view that they're pursuing, which is different than the Democratic Party.
How do you describe a democratic socialist?
Democratic Socialist has a much more extreme platform. They're socialist in terms of economic policy. Meaning they believe government should control the means of production. There should be no private ownership of property.
Isn't that communism when the government owns everything?
Well, that's why President Trump calls him a communist, but he calls himself a socialist. But just take that, no private ownership of property, right? So the dream of home ownership, you couldn't own your own home.
Well, are you calling him a communist? Because I think what his message that resoundingly resonated with young voters was the issue.
All I need to do is just keep these here, but add 3 more
because this is the most
back
expensive city to live in the world. So when you're talking about democratic socialism, Are you calling him a communist? Because it seems to me that his platform was
And
about
also
affordability.
fix
No,
all
I don't
of
call him
this.
communist. I said President Trump
But
refers to him
in
as
due
communist.
time, I can
Democratic
keep this
socialist
here.
would be a socialist.
And
You're right.
then
Affordability outranks
I can kind of
crime,
keep this as like a smoking
just
area,
barely,
like a
especially
lava
in this
area.
city.
This is
Crime is an
this,
issue.
but I do need to fix
And
it.
the Democratic Socialists want to
Make it a
defund
cool
the
looking green
police.
room.
They want to do away with misdemeanors. They would legalize prostitution, legalize the drug trade, which I think would be anarchy for the city. On affordability, he is right. The city is not affordable. A lot of the young people are complaining about the cost of rents. But his solution doesn't really work. You know, his solution is what he's got a great slogan: freeze the rent.
Rent stabilization, right?
Oh, for rent stabilized units only, only about 25%, 30% of the total units. The remainder, the 75%, he does absolutely nothing for, and they wind up absorbing the increase from the 25, and it's not even a new idea. It was a Bill de Blasio idea that happened 3 times, and we know it didn't work.
I don't need to take over this interview, but when Mandani was here, he rejected the fact that he supported defunding the police, and actually he said that he has grown away from that opinion.
Yeah, well, if he's grown, it was in the past few weeks.
Though he did fail to issue an apology to the NYPD. He said he'd individually go to officers. That would, the commissioner, I would start there if you're going to apologize.
Well, listen, he has a long history of statements, Twitter, etc. The NYPD are wicked and corrupt and racist and anti-queer, he said. He's a member of the DSA. DSA says the police should be
just to speed up
defunded
the process.
to
I'm
zero.
gonna go around killing
Do away
cows
with jails.
because I already got
I mean,
3 in there. I just need to get them to breed,
totally disconnected from reality.
and then I'll have enough to keep multiplying.
In the general election, I changed my position, which I restated 57 times for the past 10 years, and now I would leave police at the same level. But if you believe that, Sonny, you know, he's saying what he has to say in the moment, which is different than what he said for years.
Okay, I have another question for you. Trump, remember him?
No.
He seems very invested in the outcome here. As Whoopi said, it's New York City, you know, so it's a big deal. The mayor is the second most important job in the country, basically. And he seems to be in your corner, coming out very hard against Mandani, even threatening to withhold federal money from the city if he wins. Now, you said you don't want and wouldn't accept Trump's endorsement. Good for you. But you've accepted a lot of money from his backers. Am I right?
Well, I have backers who also gave money to Trump and other Republicans and other Democrats.
Okay. Now, Mandani was here last week, and he had this to say about Trump's motives. Let's watch the clip.
He is looking to clear the field for Andrew Cuomo because he knows that Andrew Cuomo would clear the field for Trump's agenda. This is speaking about a former governor who, when he looked at the deployment of the National Guard in California, told New Yorkers, don't overreact. This is a moment where we have to address the administration for what it is, which is authoritarian. It's going to require us to do everything in our power to fight back, not to coordinate like Andrew Cuomo's done, being on the phone with Donald Trump.
How do you answer that?
He has a problem with the truth, that young man. I was not on the phone with Donald Trump. I never said to New Yorkers, don't overreact. President Trump, I am the last person President Trump wants as mayor of New York City, because he dealt with me as governor. New Yorkers watched the movie every day. During COVID, I was the governor, he was the president. We fought on a daily basis. He came with all his threats and all his power and might, threatened to put me in jail, had me investigated twice by the Department of Justice, threatened to cut off federal funds.
So he would like Mandani to win.
Mandami is a gift for him.
Yeah.
A
He's mad
gift.
at the midterms. He wants Mandani to win, 100%.
Yes.
He's not a fan of, I can attest, he's not a fan of yours. Donald Trump is not.
You don't mean that personally. Personally. But let me ask you, Governor, because the New York Times reported that there were 3 sources that said you were on the phone with Trump. If you were on the phone with Trump, what were you talking about?
Yeah, I was not on the phone with Trump. And Alyssa is exactly right. He wants Mandami. 2 reasons. One, going into the midterms, he will take a picture of Mandami, run around the country and say, here's what happened to the Democrats. They are now communists, they hate the police, they legalize prostitution, legalize drugs, they want to elect this Democrat, no experience whatsoever. Being mayor of New York would be his first real job, okay?
And that'll send the national troops in because of the crime rate.
Second move, it's good for Donald Trump because it's the excuse he needs to take over New York, which he said he will do. He said, if they elect this person, then I, Donald Trump, am going to have to step in, take over New York to protect the good people of New York. That's what's going to happen.
Is that before or after we sue him for fooling around with the election? Because isn't that election interference when somebody says, go this way and I will make sure you get the money? Isn't that interference?
You know, we would have a lawsuit.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Or with former Governor Andrew Cuomo when we come back.
Should be ready. Ready for what?
Who's saying heaven?
Across the line.
Actually heaven.
Utter fabrication. Did you know anything about this?
I did not do this. You did this to yourself.
Am I gonna hold this?
I am a desperate man and
I don't feel comfortable having this conversation with you anymore. Not everything is supposed to make you comfortable.
After the vote, read it over.
Even on an antidepressant, I was masking my depression. I felt I was missing out on the moments around me. So, my doctor prescribed Rexulti.
When added to an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
She said Rexulti could provide a boost. For me, less depression meant enjoying the little things.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could a boost help you build on your progress?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Did you say 12 o'clock? Okay. See you tomorrow at 12. I can't hear clearly on the phone anymore.
Let me show you something that will change your life. This is a clear captions phone. It allows me to read what a caller is saying.
Really?
You can read what the caller is saying as they say it. It's easy to understand and respond to immediately.
It sounds expensive.
Actually, there is no insurance or Medicare required. The service is provided at no cost to you through a federally run program.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, honey. How are you?
Give your loved ones the connection they deserve. Call now to see if you qualify.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear caption service is provided at no cost to you. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone. Call 1-800-598-7762.
Oh, yeah.
That's 1-800-598-7762. Call 1-800-598-7762.
Why is La Roche-Posay recommended by dermatologists worldwide? Highly effective skincare. La Roche-Posay Face Moisturizer. More than just a moisturizer. Helps repair skin barrier in just 1 hour. 48-hour hydration. La Roche-Posay.
Join the more than 7 million adults, like Chef Franklin, who've taken Ozempic.
I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at 27. As a chef, it could have set me back. I didn't let it. I'm Chef Franklin Becker, and this is what my Ozempic era looks like. I lowered my A1C, and I saw noticeable weight loss. I also learned some people take Ozempic to lower the risk of major cardiovascular events like stroke, heart attack, or death. And others take it to lower the risk of worsening chronic kidney disease.
Don't share needles or pens, only use needles. Don't take if you or your family have MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking it. Medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas, gallbladder or severe stomach problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Discover the GLP-1 with the most FDA-approved uses. Ozempic. 911, what's your emergency?
We form a bond stronger than blood. Because ours is a family origin fire.
There's things about him that you're not aware of. You're trying to steal my husband. Who stole him first?
Hell to say, kid.
Of New York, Andrew Cuomo.
And I have the next question. So, Governor, you resigned from the governor's office in 2021 amid a rash of sexual harassment allegations, and you left office apologizing to those women while always denying the most serious accusations. But you've taken a more combative stance lately. You say you regret having resigned, that you're a victim of cancel culture, that the allegations from 13 different women were all politically motivated, and threatened to sue one of your accusers for defamation. Now, you were not criminally charged, but investigators in the DOJ have found the claims credible. So what do you say to voters who have a hard time looking past this?
Yeah, it's a good question. When the report was issued, I said I believed it was politically motivated, and it was. I didn't even know the allegations at that time, right? It was done in a report. I didn't even know who the individuals were. We then spent 5 years. That report went to 5 district attorneys all over the state. No one found anything. It was then civilly litigated in court, the individual actions for 5 years. That came to nothing. I was dropped from the cases. So nothing came from those allegations. It was a very painful period for me and for my family. I have 3 young daughters, 30, 28, not that young anymore. But it was a very painful experience for my family. And I did say, if I offended anyone in any way, I didn't mean it. And I learned a lesson, a painful lesson, which is to be much more cautious about everything you say, any joke, any comment. I won't kiss a person on the cheek unless they initiate a kiss. So it taught me a lesson just to be super cautious, because there is a sensitivity that has evolved, that is real, and people feel it, it's true, and it has to be respected.
Now, I have to ask you about the nursing home scandal. Many of us who were not New Yorkers kind of came to know of you during your daily press briefings during the coronavirus pandemic. But you came under significant scrutiny for your directive that kept patients in nursing homes during COVID that led to excess deaths. And at first, your administration was not forthright about the number of deaths, though you took responsibility later. You also came under scrutiny for writing a book during this period while the pandemic was still raging on. You have issued an apology to some New Yorkers for that, but is there anything else you felt you did wrong in that period that you want to take responsibility for?
You know, during COVID, we had COVID first and worst in New York. So we were sort of the test case, if you will. The whole country was watching New York. And It's the first time you saw the ravages.
Okay,
of
so
COVID. It's the first time you
here,
saw the
what am I
nursing
gonna
home
put
deaths,
here? I could put a
really.
fireplace.
And it was
I could put a
horrific.
fireplace.
It was
I
horrific.
do need to restructure all
The number
this
of
as
deaths,
well.
the circumstances. There were
Yeah,
no
I need to
visitors allowed in
restructure all the
nursing homes,
walls,
so people
so...
couldn't even go to the nursing home to say goodbye. I mean, it was horrific.
Wow. I could put a fireplace right here,
We did the best we
like a
could with what we knew at
couch
the time.
area,
Everyone
like a
had a
place where I
different
can
opinion.
just
We
relax.
followed the federal regulations,
Yeah, I could put that right
like all
here.
the other states
And
did.
definitely put a carpet.
As you know, the quarantine period
I can
kept changing.
redesign this so
But
so
I
it's a
can tell you
better
this,
looking walkway
I work 7 days a
upstairs.
week, 24 hours a day. We got the
Let's
best
see.
possible advice. Our
This will be the
doctors and nurses
bookshelf.
were
I could put like a
in what they did.
plant or something.
And my heart goes out to anyone.
Maybe I could put like a
who
little
lost a loved
desk.
one, especially during
Maybe
that
like a
time
little
in
desk, a
that
seating
way.
area.
But
That could be
I don't
good.
know that we could have done anything.
Because I got the kitchen.
We work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And those
And
nurses
then
and doctors,
this,
again,
I'm gonna
they
turn
were
into
true
a
heroes
full-on
going into
like
those
storage
nursing homes and emergency
storage
rooms
area,
every
which is
day.
going to
We have
expand.
more with former Governor
Like I'm
Andrew
expecting
Cuomo when we come back.
to pretty much get rid of everything out here, and then putting a giant storage area where I need to put like armor, different stuff.
Moderate to severe opioid addiction in adults started on an oral dose of buprenorphine or already on buprenorphine. Sublocade is just one dose that lasts all month long with no complete detox required. Buprenorphine should be started after the first signs of withdrawal. Sublocade may cause harm or death if injected in the vein. As an opioid, it may cause serious
This I do need to fix this. Bless you. Yeah, I do need to fix this, but maybe I could put something here. I could put something here. I can keep this downstairs area pretty much the same. Just update it so it looks a little better. Okay.
Ever since the biscuits got bigger.
Here comes the big ending.
Bigger biscuits, crescents, and cinnamon rolls.
Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. People not even maxed out. Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants.
DeBarnes need pants?
And the control room censored it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Entyvio is the only gut-focused treatment for moderate to severe Crohn's and UC. Gut-focused Entyvio works right where you need it to block inflammation in your gut. With a legacy of more than 10 years, Entyvio offers the experience you need, lasting relief and steroid-free remission. And some people experience rapid symptom relief. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, PML, a rare brain infection that can result in death, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or prone to infections.
Yeah,
Liver problems can occur.
this will
With
be the
Entyvio,
start
you
of
may be able
it.
to pay as little as $5 per dose. Ask your doctor if Entyvio, including the Entyvio pen, is right for you.
Julia Roberts, superstar Oscar winner, now Wednesday on GMA. The Diane Sawyer interview you just have to see.
So perfectly said.
On Good Morning America.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News is
Okay, so I'll leave a gap, and then
Breaking news of a large fire erupting at the Chevron oil refinery. I saw the sky light up orange. Residents told to stay indoors.
going anywhere.
Air 7 capturing a dramatic rescue in Malibu.
News breaks.
It is the day Swifties around the world have been waiting for.
Fans stayed up streaming this album, but hey, that's showbiz, baby.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News, Southern California's news leader.
When Donald Trump's agents threw me to the ground, they were trying to silence all
put
of
it the wrong way.
us. This administration is out of control. Now, Trump's trying to steal congressional seats and rig the 2026 election. We have to fight back. Prop 50, the Election Rigging Response Act, gives voters the power to stop Trump's power grab and protect our fundamental rights. For a democracy in all 50 states.
Actually, I can kind of just do the same thing.
How can this arch support in my shoe
Yeah, I
make
can
my
kind of
back
just
pain go
do
away?
that, and
But it works.
then...
And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
If knee or back pain, see if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
I'm John Morgan at Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've battled against insurance company giants, and we've won a lot. Injured? We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. There's only one, Morgan & Morgan.
Okay, so all I need to do, I do need to go to the Nether, get some netherite, because I can fix this, turn it into a fireplace.
But last year you joined his legal team to defend him in front of the International Criminal Court. He's been accused of war crimes. Now, what do you say to voters who find this issue in particular a moral?
Oh yeah, and then I just need glass to put over this. And then boom, fireplace.
Eliminate Hamas, and we should stop the killing.
And then I could put like a plant over here, maybe something right here. Or I can, oh, this could be somewhere I can put plants as well.
On the matter you were referring to, that's a
But I'll do that in the next that I do for Minecraft. If anybody's in here, thank you all. Hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time zone. I'm gonna switch games. So, peace out. I'll be back in just